Hey parents, welcome to the back to school night video for the 2020-2021 school year for first grade. My name is Miss Nichols and I'm super excited to be here at Christ the King this year. I've heard so many things about this small school, big family. Many of you are new, but many of you are also veterans of the school. So anytime that you want to share any knowledge or information about the school, please let me know. I'm still learning things every day. If you're new to the school, then hopefully we experience this journey together. I have a presentation for the back to school night. This is a pre-recorded video so that you're able to view this session on your leisure and you're just able to watch it, write down questions that you have, bring those to the Wednesday, the back to school night Zoom session for the question and answers. Here we have our PowerPoint. Just to reiterate, this Zoom session, September 9th, 7 o'clock. I will send it out via email or Remind if you have already signed up through my Remind. Class rules, just being respectful, being responsible, and being safe. But I also have 5 individual rules that we follow. Students will have a behavior chart that goes in the back of their red communication folder that will need to be looked at every night and signed. Just be able to see what color they're on. We go by the color chart system for going for green. Based on their choices, they either move up or they move down. Homework will not begin right away, especially this week. We only have this two days that we get out of noon. Probably in the next week it'll start. It won't be full blown and probably till the following week. The copybooks, there's 2 homework copybooks. This is where you will find their work for their spelling work. Their math page will be ripped out every night and put in their folder. There will be a phonics page, their study book, and the reading log. It will not be all thrown at them at once. We'll work up to it, but we're first graders now. We're going to be able to do hard work, and I've heard so many great things about the kindergarten class from last year, so I'm anticipating a great year. Just a couple pictures of our books. I will be sending these home. They all need to be covered in clear contact paper. If not, from them like shoving their books in their desk, they get pretty ratty throughout the year and the covers fall off. And really don't want any of that. Just to give you a heads up, there are 2 practice books for journeys. I think about January or so is when we transition to the second book. So both of those will need to be covered. I send them both home in the beginning of the year and then I keep them here just so that you don't have to do it throughout the year. This is a picture of our classroom. As you can see, each student has their own supplies. They're socially distanced from one another. And they also have an extra crate on the side that we had Wawa give us donations for, so that they have enough storage for all of their different materials. Digital learning. We do have 2 digital learners that will be joining us live throughout the day. They'll be joining us for the ELA, religion, and math, and all of the other subjects will be uploaded for Google Classroom. If you are a virtual learner, your schedule will be uploaded. I'm still trying to figure that out just because I need to figure out our schedule for in-class as well. I'm talking with the core and the catapult pull-out specialists on Tuesday, as well as the special subjects, so the art, the computers, the library. So we will be figuring out our schedule on Tuesday. So probably a back-to-school night. This session, I'll be able to explain further about the schedule, but please give me like a week or so before we actually get into a real routine. We're trying to figure out everything with the different restrictions that we have. It's a lot easier to plan when the students are here in the building than it's to plan advance. So we'll be taking extra time for our bathroom breaks. So that's one thing. We'll definitely be taking a lot of brain breaks throughout the day, especially because our students are kind of sitting at their own desks throughout the whole day so that we can keep our distance. So we'll definitely learn a little bit more. We'll learn as we go, so stick with me. Class schedule, like I said, there's going to be different things that switch every single day. So we have our morning meeting, of course, math, the ELA block. So there's different times throughout the day that we do different things for ELA. So we have reading, our phonics, and then our writing. It's all split up, so we don't do it all at once because if not, I lose them. Brain breaks definitely will be scheduled either in between each subject or maybe every other subject, just to get our kids up and moving and make sure that they're still enjoying the experience of being here in first grade. Dress code, just wanted to let you know that summer uniform is able to be worn up until November. First day of November, we're back into our winter uniform. You can find right here, you can always pause the video for more description on what the winter uniform for girls looks like. The next slide will be boys. If not, you can always go to the ChristTheKingSchool.net, look under the Parents tab at the top. It's probably towards the right-hand corner, and all different things like that will be at the drop-down box. Here we go for boys as well. You can always pause it here. Oh, I was told to definitely reiterate no black sneakers, that it needs to be the uniform shoes that are black. Like I said, specials, we'll be talking with the teachers on Tuesday to be able to determine. Definitely we'll be posting it in Remind, so that if you are needing to be aware of when their gym day is for their gym uniform or when to send in their library book, I will talk about that as well. Supply list. So any of the books that come home for the first couple days or so need to be contact paper. If you don't get to them right away, it's okay, especially by that Monday. Just send them back home or just send them back to school so that your child has them if they need them and we start them. And then I can always just keep sending them home until they're contact paper. That's fine with me. So this is taking us to our classroom website. So if you click on the classroom websites, you go to grade 1, our stuff will be here. So I do update this, and I have uploaded a couple different things throughout the summer when I have been granted access. So we're gonna go down to the supply list. I'm gonna let you check this out as well. Due to the COVID-19, each child is able to have they have to have their own supplies at all times. So there's no sharing of anything like pencils or anything. So it's really important that when your child takes their pencil case home, that they come back. If they don't, we do actually have the extra art pencil case. So it won't be the end of the world, but especially with the books and stuff, they need to come back every day. So I'm gonna let this go here for a second. You can always pause the video. I did upload 2 more things, dry erase markers and a book sock, if you can. Oh, and then we have, this is included in our class fee, the $35 class fee. It includes the 4 primary books, the 2 writing journals, the 2 large pencil cases, and the red communication business folder. There's also different things that I've purchased for each individual child so that we have like an individual whiteboard is kind of what it is. It's a different material than a whiteboard, but that's where the dry erase markers come from, but I bought them. So that'll be included in the class fee as well, just so that they have as many materials as they can to keep, our day interesting and be able to flow from different things instead of just writing in a copybook throughout the whole entire day. There's also different things that we like to do throughout the school year. So we'll be able to put that into the fee as well. So you don't really need to send in any money. Dismissal. So each grade is released one at a time, older grades first, and then they go down to the little ones. If you're a walker and you have siblings outside, they can always wait a little bit away. We'll send them out and we'll release them there. We just ask that you don't come up and try to grab your children so we're not mixing anyone, but they'll just be able to come out to you. If there's any changes, please always let me know via note. I always check their red communication folders or via Remind. So volunteers, clearly right now you cannot come into the school and volunteer for anything, but we're really, really hoping that that changes in the new year, so 2021. So if you were already here last year, your clearances should be fine. But if not, you can always go to ChristTheKingSchool.net/clearances and you'll be able to find out all things like that. They do take a little while, so if you want to volunteer for anything like that, I would do them now. Okay, here's our class code for Remind. You can always email me. I'm pretty easily accessible. Like I have my phone with me all the time so that if it ever goes off and there's something really important that needed to be to me, I will always make sure I message you back. If for some reason you had an emergency that your child was no longer a car rider and they were a walker and I needed to know that right away, if I do not answer you back, please just call the office if it was like a real emergency, just so I would be well aware by the time dismissal came around. All right, that's it. I hope the video wasn't too long. Let's make it a great year. I'm really excited to be here. I've heard so many great things about this school. Again, if you have any questions at all, ever, you can always reach out to me. I'm pretty easily accessible, and I always want to hear from you. If you ever have any feedback, any concerns, questions, comments, always just be open with me, and I'm trying to be open with you as well. Okay, well, I hope I see you on Wednesday at 7 o'clock. I will send out the Zoom session. The the link for the Zoom session to remind or to email. Please make sure that you do email me the first 2 days of school how your child's getting home. There will be a survey that will be sent home just for my personal use about how your child gets home every day, but we can always figure that out towards Monday. But for the first 2 days of school, if you have not already, please let me know how your child's getting home. All right, here's to a great year. Thanks for watching the video. Bye, everyone.